Hello there, collective. Good morning. Hello there, my name is Kim, and welcome to my channel, 5 Mirror Mirror, Tarot, and 3-0. Now then, I'm just going to go for it because they told me to do it this way. You need to understand that this is the only space I've got, and I've been crammed in here like a sardine with all this stuff trying to record. So I've tried to work with what it is that I've got. You know, working with what it is that you have, and I'm very grateful. But now I have some room in here. So, do not force anything that doesn't resonate into your world. Right now, what I'm going to be looking at, I made these. I'm using my cards. Now then, hello. How are you this morning? I don't even know what I'm going to call this one. I'll have to figure out what the best title could possibly be. Well, let me get over here. Now, I bet I could use these cards. The Borderless Rider-Waite. But I'm not. I'm going to use my cards that I made a long time ago. Excuse me. First and foremost, I know these cards. Ooh, gravity works. How you doing, collective? Oh my God, for the meditation this morning. All hell's a poppin'. All of you have to have some form of an obnoxious karmic person in your life tied to, it could be a family member, you could be married to them, it could be a sibling, it could be a coworker, it could be your boss. But they have someone tied to them that is karmic. So for the meditation this morning, all I saw were rattlesnakes. So I kept hearing some of you know you are picking up that these two are up to something. And here, let's get a good shuffle. Holy Spirit, are you ready? What does collective want to know about if you are in you just stay in because you're comfortable, not like a shut-in. That's kind of negative. These are either influences around you, energies that you pick up on, and you know if it's just you on your own in the course of your day, these are the things that just irritate, cause delays. These are just energies. You pick up so much around you. Some of you are so gifted. You're so gifted that without even realizing it, you put the bane of your existence, your toxic people, to whatever degree they are. And you know you could love these people. You really can. You can love their soul and it's the behavior. Rattlesnake. Territory. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Okay. That means that you are setting and maintaining boundaries, literally, but your energy. Some of you are just projecting your energy out there, shielding yourself. Well, I want to know, and collective wants to know. First, I want to look at that distorted masculine. You switch those energies around. There's no gender in tarot. First card. Ooh, this is you. That is the Queen of Swords. Your spirit team is around you and you are listening to them and they are listening to you. That on a hunch, in your own skin, just going through your own house, doing what you do, minding your own business, you pick up on almost hot spots. It's either, like I said, they're just energies. They're all out there. Energy can't be destroyed. It can be changed. But you can't destroy energy. And the work that we do here on this channel, the energy that I'm talking to you about can't be wrong. It just can't. Energy is never wrong. You know, energy is never wrong. You trust your own intuition. This is what the Queen of Swords is. Your ability to communicate on all levels. Not just in the three-dimension world that we live in. I told you, you're multi-dimensional. Different dimensions that you work with your spirit guides and spirit team. And this is saying they're all around you. Clarify the Queen of Swords. That's God's truth. What is your hunch telling you? That's the Ace of Swords. So if we add those two together, that becomes the Two of Swords. Two of Swords. This is your ability to communicate, pointing up, those thoughts pointing up to the divine. Being able to communicate with your spirit guide, your spirit team, your shadow team. With a blindfold on, you don't care what the future holds. You've got your spirit team. Because you do. In the here and now, you're the sun. Oh, they're telling you. Let's see, why are you telling collective? Why are you telling collective? You know your worth. That's God's truth. You know your worth because this is the sun. This is the sun. This is the day after the Tower of Babel, when those well-meaning individuals decided that they were going to build a tower up to heaven, and God said, "Seize them. Oh, they're so cute." He turns around, and because he doesn't wear a watch, and he starts seeing little heads poking over the pearly gates. They made it that far. It's like, oh, no. So thank you, Holy Spirit, if they're showing me the Tower of Babylon. He knocked them all down. And that's when he gave them different languages. So they couldn't communicate with each other effectively. Or it was going to take them some time to learn each other's culture and languages now. And that's what the Tower of Babel is talking about. When God did that, he had to... They still were going to have their eternal inheritance. That's a vibration. So that at some point, everyone's... your Christ consciousness is an energy. Like he's an ascended master. Right? He ascended. Right? He hadn't have ascended, we never would have been open to Holy Spirit. Right, Holy Spirit? It's fact. He is God, though. He had to watch out for their spiritual. They were speaking French, German, Japanese, Greek, Spanish, all these different languages. Therefore, he had to address their spirituality in unique and different ways. And that is how we got all of the ascended masters in the other religions. And that's carried us up to this day, because the Most High is pretty fair. He could not outright punish them for what they did. He thought it was kind of cute. Until he went, no, that's him setting the boundaries. So that right there tells me you either set boundaries with the adversity in your life, no matter what form it takes, person, place, or thing, because you are in your most authentic self while you're in the 3D, and each day you come in here and you are trying to expand on that every day and make yourself a little bit better every single day. Past, present, future. Okay, here was that. Distorted. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Here's our distorted masculine. Look at him. What a punk. Look at all those clouds around him. Anger, red, wanting to push all of his anger and frustration on you. That's if it's a person. If you married someone in church, and this is what I'm seeing, miss. This is the one you married in church, and now you got to live with him. He's a child. That is not a full-grown man. There's no gender in Tarot, so you switch those energies around as you need to. So, what does the divine need to share? You are working with your spirit guides. One-on-one. They are all around you. They have always reinforced that you know your worth. You're not conceited. You just make sure that you have your heart open, as wide open and available to yourself as you are to the people that you help or you heal. Some of you are earth angels and light workers, and you don't even know it. Your most authentic self does. That's how you level up, is when you keep tapping into that, not your ego. What crosses the situation with this distorted, this is the Chariot. Collective. You either go face to face with these energies, this adversity that's just getting through your life in the course of the day. Here it comes. Oh, let's see what fresh hell awaits me today. I'm ready for it. I have my spirit team. I have Holy Spirit. And I know my worth. And so do you. In my deck, do you see that is a woman driving the Chariot? They're trying to push you to the point, either these energies or these people, places or things, are trying to push you to the point of distractions, the only way that they know for them to make themselves feel better. The people that you're dealing with, the humans, have no self-love. Offer them love and light, because they're going to need it. This distorted, what this means is, you don't see it, but she's like the Queen of Wands. She's been through some stuff with this distorted, either energy or person, collective. She got a big old stick. Great big old stick. That's like a quarterstaff is what you would use with a great big stick to beat the stuffing out of someone in medieval times. You saw that in that Robin Hood movie with Errol Flynn and Little John hitting each other with big sticks, trying to knock each other off of that into the water. That scene with Errol Flynn. That's what I'm talking about. You knocking the stuffing out of them Run rings around them with your communication. That's what that Queen of Swords is. And look how strong your communication is. Look how powerful you are. That's you. Look how powerful you are. And this is you coming up against whatever, again, these schemes, plots, plans, or they just out and out one-on-one, mano a mano. They're just going to, this person will come at you. This is the distorted masculine. And he got a big stick with a spearhead on it. You just have a stick. You keep it short and simple. The point on his quarterstaff is the point. They have to have that dig, get that dig in. So I want you to be careful. You have learned to shield yourself. It doesn't bother you what they say because you know it's not true. You know your worth. They're trying to make you doubt yourself. They're truly, I was seeing, trying to freeze like ice, trying to freeze out your solar plexus. That's where you determine, your higher self determines your worth, your most authentic self. So what crosses your situation, clarify the Chariot. She got it. She's not out here yet, but I'm telling you, you got to watch out for this. This feminine is ruthless. Now, he's clueless to this because she won't show him this part of her shadow self. But that's what I saw during he's about to learn. He's about to see this facet of this person that he chose over you. Now then. Okay, she's starting to come in now. This is the Two of Wands. Clarify the Chariot for collective. This is what's going to cross the situation for good or bad with them. No intuition, not a clue. They're just running on feelings of desperation, feelings of hatred, self-hatred, which is what they are puking those uncomfortable feelings onto you, because long ago this is how they learned how to, energy-wise, how to manipulate and harm those around them. They think that those around them don't realize what they're doing. Well, they don't at first. Almost fake. Snake fascinated with your fake person. They are not authentic. They're being exposed, these two. We don't want to hear it anymore. These are the people around it. We don't want to hear about this anymore. And no, we're not going to hit the social media. No, we're not going to go at midnight ringing doorbells and running away. We don't want any part of this, because every time we listen to this, it's him it's engineering it. Okay, he's the brainiac. And this is them pulled in opposite polarities at all time, but pretending though they're fine. Oh, they're so close. Oh, they're so much alike. Well, they are. They're despicable. They're evil. They're stuck on tacky, I know that. They do not know their worth, so they project to the world what it is they want the world to see, but the world, they're being exposed. We don't want to hear this anymore. We don't want to do this anymore. You two go figure it out and leave us out of it. So they're panicking. That was their backup. They like to get other people to do things so that their hands don't get so dirty. And now they're told, do your own dirty work. I know gravity works, doesn't it? In the here and now. This is you. Look at this. You know your worth, therefore, when you are in your most authentic self, on cruise control, in that position, because it feels really good. You have created in your heart chakra, you have created a portal that you tap into it. And like I said, you're multidimensional. Off you go. Off you go in your travel. Off you go doing your energy work. Keeping your heart open, because this is the deal, for you to remain receptive. Even when the man-child here and his little sidekick in toxicity are coming at you, oh, everything ablaze and pew, 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 right? Coming for you. You go. And you love yourself enough that you project onto them. And it teaches them a lesson. Because they're not expecting it. They want you to be angry. They want you to drop like a stone down into that lower vibration, so that, I hate this analogy, but it's like wrestling a pig, a narcissist. It's their mud. It's their territory. It's their turf. You are never, ever going to win when you come down to their level and get down in the mud with them. Playing in mud, swearing like a sailor. Oh yes, flarny, flarn, F word here, flying. No, you know your worth. When they start, you've been told by your spirit team over here, you have one job, because you keep leveling up every time they bring you something like that. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Pew, 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 all guns a-blazing, let them. You know your worth. Let them. They're handing their chi over to you. You alchemize that. Oh, it's poisonous. It's lethally poison. That's energy. I told you can't destroy energy. You don't. You transmute it. They hand you all that. You change it. You purify it. That they're not going to win. And you keep that heart chakra open in the face of that adversity. Then you level up. You want them to go off on you. You want them to vent. You want them to use their skill sets on you. Because you know now. No, you're just going to be handing your energy over to me, your power. Their power. And you aren't doing anything. You're not saying a word. You're cool, calm, and collected. And you let them. You don't like it. You don't have to. You don't have to like it. But you are tolerating their soul growing. It's their choice. They wanted to grow their soul that way by handing you their power all the time. You let them. Some of you, this is also a wedding. It's a decorations up for the castle in the background. They're having a wedding feast. And this is set up for the gentry. You know, the common people that also get married so that they can celebrate. This also means some of you, your heart is open wide working with your spirit team, because you know that's what you're supposed to be doing, what they are telling you to do. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I can feel it. We're getting more members. And I know from my first 3, I'm so happy and appreciative of the first 3 subscribers. This is a 4. They're telling me we're going to get 4. They'll come in their own time. Don't you worry. We're not trying to push or force anything. You have royalty in your blood, in your DNA, spiritual royalty. So that tells me for the first, it was actually the very first one. Hello, sweetie. If you know it or not, your spirit team has been trying to tell you this, but you're so sweet and humble, and you stand in your humility, and you're not fake or phony. You're altruistic in that. I am honored. Same with the second person. Hello there, darling. The second person, you just went up in your spiritual ranking. And you were not shabby before. And you're tickled pink that thank you, Holy Spirit, that you are able to attract what you are attracting into your life right now. It's like, all because you're claiming your most authentic self and you are reaching out to your higher self. You're in sync with your higher self. And now this kind of means the third person is open to serendipity. And I graciously am very happy our third person joined. How are you this morning? You joined my little channel out of serendipity. You showed me a kindness. I'm appreciative of all of you. Don't you worry. We're exactly where we're supposed to be. Look, I only have a handful of videos. All I'm doing is what Spirit, they keep telling me, move this back, try this, move this around. Hey, number one, they're giving me something to do. And I know this from the first time I did this. I know how it goes. Right now, I'm doing brilliantly, and so are you. It's nice and cozy. It's just our energies coming together. And that's enough. Like I told you, it's like a beacon. The signal and the calling is out. Our soul tribe will start fitting into place, but don't you worry about it. We're going to savor that it's the three of us. We're going to savor it. That in itself is a blessing. Do you hear me? The fact that we're coming together in tandem in our energies. It's a lot nicer in here with me than it is out there in the world. And oh my God, I'm not supposed to talk about politics and all that stuff, but I can talk about the energies that are out in the world right now. Is that the consensus is a majority of the human race on the entire earth has had it with this energy. It's just energy. It's bollocks. It's BS. It's bull cookies. I saw during my meditation that there is, they're all, I told you they've been alert for the last, how many days? About 8 days behind us. They can feel it in their bones. That's your toxic person, my toxic person. People who are diagnosed with NPD or not. People that are just, it's all I call them the walking, I can't say Walking Dead because now we have that show. But I've always thought for my whole life that there were these people out there that are just, they're not engaged in life. And it's by their choice. And it has nothing to do if they were damaged or not. Some of them had a wonderful life, but they just aren't engaging their souls. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And a lot of them, like I said, there is an energy that the divine is bringing in that's sweeping. And it's catching some of those people up. And they're snapping out of it. That they weren't safe. They thought they were safe in protecting themselves by being this way. If I remain neutral, if I'm sweetened, no, they weren't growing their souls. So we're going to watch a lot of these, and they're toxic people because they're like an empty vessel for these dark energies that I told you. Those dark energies yesterday morning was standing up like prairie dogs. They were on alert. They can feel it. They can feel it. And that means you can call it karma, but it's a comeuppance. It's you reap what you sow. The energy that they put out and thought they've been getting away with it for all this time, and his little karmic dippity-doo. See, haven't held to account for, on any level, especially on the world stage, being exposed where they have to apologize to people. And even when they apologize, they're learning that that doesn't do the trick. Oh yeah, they're in for a sore lesson. Ooh, 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 okay now. I dropped it. Come here. Come here, you. That means Holy Spirit's all, it's all happy I'm doing it this way. Okay, I told you, some of you could be getting married. Some of you could be just getting, this is my lover's card. Some of you, these two together, could be getting engaged, or you have an engagement, a person, place, or thing engagement, an event that's very warm, very romantic, like music or the arts, or something that you have a passion for, feeding children, making sure people in other countries that are disadvantaged and have limitations because the earth is changing need water. You're making sure that people have basic human rights to simple necessities in life, food and water and shelter. You're loving what you're doing, though. Very much. You're loving working with your soul team over here. You're loving keeping your heart open, because before you're always afraid. Here they come, and slam it shut. Don't do it. Your spirit team will say, that's not a good thing you do. You're being watched. Because he and his little paramour, it's not love, it's the other. It starts with an L, and then there's an S and a T in there. That's all it is. And once that burns away, what have you got? Once that's gone, it's not love. And they do not know what real love is. Their idea of love, these two, is to control and dominate the other person. Woo! Emperor. Emperor. Somebody important's going to be, money. I'm not after money. This person has emotional wealth for you. He has his own empire he runs and wants you to run it with him. And love doing it. This is bringing your two empires. Empress isn't out here. She's out represented. The Empress is being represented by the Queen of Swords right now. I'm afraid to do it. They're going to slide off, aren't they? Oh. Let's see. The Emperor. You keeping your heart open in the face of adversity means that you show them unconditional love. What you're doing is vile. What you said to me hurt. You did that on purpose and got an evil pleasure out of doing that to me. You are getting that energy that you just blasted with me, that I won't let it land. So they're attracted. It's not like you send back to sender. You could if you want, just by saying a prayer, but no. You know your worth. You are repelling. If they don't come to you with kindness and unconditional love, they're being repelled. Why would he and his they say they're platonic, but I'm telling you, they're not. Oh, he's coming out now. Yeah. He's just a little knight. He's a little knight of wands. Now he's jumped to becoming the anti-hero, an emperor that's a narcissist. Oh, they gin up that power. You know your worth. This is the D word card, the unalive card. Means change. In my deck, it means the only thing consistent in life is change, for good or bad. And you have to become mutable. And I told you, and keep that heart chakra open when persons, places, and things in that world coming at you to scare you into submission. You know your worth. You will repel all that energy, and you know your worth. In the face of all that adversity, you're covered. You will draw what it is that you need. You will not be in lack. You're trying to resonate every single day with embracing your most authentic self. Because every second you do that, that energy that you're generating in your own skin on the inside, where you can create in there, and it's a lush inner world that you thrive in. Then all of a sudden, they come at you, and it doesn't work. Now they're going to double down, quadruple down. They're really going to come at you because they know they can't shake you. You're too strong. You're an indestructible soul, but they're going to try. They will never stop trying. But you know that the key to this is your authentic self keeping your heart chakra open. Clarify. Oh, yeah. That means you open up a new positive cycle where you've got everything that you need at your fingertips in order for you to move forward, to get out of this mess over here, to cause something to happen, to help you keep moving forward on an upward leveling up. Every time they come at you, they hand you their power. Do it. Come at me. I don't care. Do it. Get me. And they hand you their power, and they burn themselves out and have to go and sleep and rest because you cause them to collapse by being calm. Give them no resistance. All the things they know to do that worked on you before aren't working. They just wind themselves up, and then like a cheap watch, spoing, crash and burn. Then you're going to get some downtime while they're crashing and burning. You go off and you do you. You've closed down this cycle with them because you've learned to keep your heart chakra open. Okay. Basis of the situation. This card represents the art of manifestation to culmination. This was the first card I painted. I want a deck of cards that I know. I want cards that when I'm doing psychic fairs, those people that do this as a hobby would sit down in front of you. That's not that card. That's what this card. And it's well, when it's my deck, people thought this was the Two of Cups. Did you see that there's no names at the bottom? That was for a reason. Then I could very nicely say, well, I'm sorry, but this is my deck that I made. This is my Lover's card. But I've got a Two of Cups in there. I'm sure we'll come across it because I don't want to make them feel bad. Right? This is good idea in Aries. I want my own deck of cards that I can read with. I made this deck in 1988. in watercolor with the watercolor board and a little teeny tiny paintbrush. And my son was 2 years old, crawling on me. Baby, mommy's just give me just 2 more minutes. And I didn't shove him off, and I let him crawl all over me. I looked at it as a challenge until I got deep in the brush, until I got another card painted. This one has been Lisette Auntie at a Dark Shadows festival because I read cards for the cast of the original and the Nighttime series. Lisette Auntie played Angelique. This was before Johnny Depp did his movie. This was on TV during the first war in Iraq, I think. That first time a million years ago. We're watching Dark Shadows, and it's like, uh-oh. They took it off, and now we're going to breaking news. We do not want breaking news. We want to watch Dark Shadows. We're watching our program. What are you doing? Well, she's very sweet. She started out as a child actress. These are the cards that I read for the cast with. I told you I read for Denise Nickerson. She was the Blueberry Girl in the Willy Wonka movie with Gene Wilder. Oh, and she told you can see it too if you watch the video where she said they put her in that big blueberry balloon thing and set her up. And she said then the director called lunch and everybody left her there. They just all walked off of the stage. And she also said if you watch in the movie when they're rolling her out, she said those little Oompa Loompas, you can see it. They were really rolling her across the floor and they banged her head going out the door. Watch it on YouTube. Show me the scene with the Blueberry Girl as they roll her out and you see them bang her head. So, I did 2 Dark Shadows festivals. Oh. Okay, again, there's no gender in the tarot. This is the King of Pentacles. This is you leveling up. Don't care what your gender is. You taking on the qualities. Look how he is very comfortable with his emotions. Not shielding, not pulling away in fear, able to express himself and his needs, able to express what is it that you need, collective. Do you need a hug? Do you need me to just sit here and listen and not give you any advice, but just be a good ear? Do you need me? Do you want a shoulder to cry on? Because I'll be there for you. This is you being there for yourself. This is your most authentic self in your own skin. That means you've healed so much because there was so much that went on your entire life for you to get to where you are today. And this means that you've made peace within your own skin with an awful lot. An awful lot. I know it makes my heart hurt because they're showing me. Clarify the King of Pentacles. With your most authentic self, you're seeing more and more that in hindsight that when you used it. It was almost like sparingly, like you were going to run out of juice or something, so you were metering it out or rationing it out, saying you don't have to do that anymore. You realize you've always made excellent decisions. Your judgment, there's nothing wrong with your judgment, something wrong with these people, but not your judgment, not you. You know yourself, you know your worth. And that if others don't, then you hope and pray that one day they will. But if they don't, that's their free will and that's their choice. That, quite frankly, collective, you're kind of like myself. I was so premature that I had very little human contact. 1 pound, 3 ounces at birth. Had to stay in a room in Texas that was 80 degrees all year round. No immune system. Cold would have taken me out. So I had to learn the minute I got here, because I was thrown aside. I missed the last trimester completely, the last 3 months. I was in my most authentic self in that moment. I told you about 8 videos back. That's when I worked for St. Michael because St. Michael caught me. I was a C-section. They plucked me out and put me on a table. He sat there with me and said, "We've got your spirit team around you, Kim." And I felt loved. That needed to sustain me because I didn't know if I was just going to go right back. Just pop right back over. But St. Michael caught me and sent in a doctor, a wonderful doctor, who turned out to be my pediatrician for many years when I lived in Texas, who left that, and he said the Lord's name in vain. "Baby over here." He scooped me up, cleaned me up the best he could, and put me in an incubator. Tubes up the nose, whole 9 yards. Let me tell you about that baby's most authentic self. They wouldn't let my mom see me because they didn't think. She said I was 10 days old, and the nurse put her in a wheelchair and snuck her in to see me in the incubator in the nursery. And she said they had tubes up my nose, and they had a t-shirt on me, and they had my arms pinned to the bed. And she said, "Why are they doing that?" And the nurse said, "Because, oh, here she goes. She's going to do it. This is why." And my mother said they pinned my sleeves down because I kept taking the tubes out of my nose. And then they stood there, my mother and that nurse said, "Well, here she goes." And I used my feet and I took the tubes out of my nose. So she had to get my bang on the glass and scare all the other little babies in there with us, and pointed to my bassinet and had to wheel my mom out of there because she wasn't supposed to be. That was doctor's orders. They didn't want her to get attached to me. Sometimes the spirit outsmarts doctors. They also said I was going to be deaf, dumb, blind, or all 3, and I'm not. I'm here. I'm sorry. What did you say? Again, this is another thing. This is a sacred union in your own skin, learning to really love yourself. This is a sacred union with a person. These are 2 people at a wedding reception. This is what you do when y'all are going to meet people that give you a fair exchange of energy. Like, "I'm so happy I met you." Hey, what are we going to do here? He goes, hey, "I put this cup out here for you, miss. It's made of gold." She goes, "Oh, back at you. I put up a silver cup." He goes, "Okay then." "I put down 2 gold cups." She says, "Back at ya." He goes, "Okay, this is my final offer now. 3 gold cups." She says, "I got you covered." That's a fair exchange of energy. If it's not going like I just showed you, you need to use your discernment, because you might be meeting someone who at first acts like they have something to offer, but they don't. They keep putting a Dixie cup out there or a solo cup. No weight to it. No real merit. No merit to it. It's fake. It's an empty. They just want to, slam bam, thank you, ma'am. Wasn't that a song? Suffragette City. Suffragette. Was it David Bowie? Slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. You not doing that. Some of you know we are too old for that. That's what I'm talking about. This is the Seven of Swords. Sneaky, smarmy, gold digger. Is a gigolo still a gold digger that's a boy? I know there's no gender. See how they've got the swords hidden? Ready to pull more from behind in order to at you. You're onto them. You just sidestep it. Sticks in the wall behind you. Oh, I love this. To Kim, next time, David Selby. This is the magician. You honest with yourself, everything's out on that table. You put your money where your mouth is. Anyone can come over to you and look in that cup to see if it's half full or half empty. Or you can watch them try and kick it over so that you can stop them. You put your morals in your hand and you maturely communicate because you have everything out in the open. This is what yours and the karmic have in store for you is manifesting an awful lot of dark energy by the truck full, like a dump truck, just to dump it on you like you're a hole, and they're going to dump all of this into you. And the dreams, you're not going to let that happen. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is your spirit team coming up behind you for that Queen of Swords. She's the Princess of Swords. She's like your narcissist. This is you and your narcissist. Parry, parry, thrust, parry, parry, thrust, parry, parry, thrust. He knocks your sword goes a-flying. And now he's telling to the world, look, do you see how inept? Do you see how immature collective is? Do you see how they're not qualified? They're a faker. They're not really an earth angel. They're not of the light. They're of the devil. Collective is the devil's handmaiden, and that's the truth. This is what that means. She's already starting some kind of smear campaign. They were showing me gossip, of course, but this is attacking your social media. If you have a channel on YouTube, getting scores of people to gang stalk your platform. Thumbs down. You're like, come on in. Give me a thumbs down. I don't mind. You're giving me your honest opinion. So that I can tap in on these dark energies. Some of them, last time we were subscribing on Auntie Grayrock, we had cross watchers. We had this one cross watcher. They left comments. And I answered them. It's what you do. She pulls, while they're not looking, she pulls this stealthily out. Would you like me to go for the jugular? That's not fair. You cheated. You did it. And everyone can see that that person was bested, that you outmaneuvered them. And so they're doubling down hard, and people are going, no, you said that last week. You told us this. Well, that wasn't true. So we're pretty sure that since you're trying too hard, we're pretty sure that we are going to go over here away from you. We don't want to hear this. Fight your own stupid battles because you're not picking them very well. You keep getting your toxic behiney waxed, Brazilian bikini waxed, and you still go for collective. And your spirit team and the divine, everyone has been telling for a while, quit this. You need to stop. And now they're triggering because they think they got away with it. Here it comes. A dump truck full of the energies that they pushed on you are coming. It's their energy is mauling them. Metaphorically. Here's your Empress. To your Empress, some of you, this is you in your own skin. You've made it. You completely embrace your most authentic self, and now you are attracting in at record pace what it is that's making your life fill up, and you're doing that. Your ability to manifest. The ones that did all this to you, you will be shown that they are being made to take account. The universe says they've reached laws. Universe has got to set that straight. So there's no getting out of this, if you want to call it karma. Look at you. You, the Princess of Pentacles. This is you. This is your energy. So cool, calm, collected in your inner peace. Growing your inner peace through your most authentic self. Okay, it didn't slide off. Oh, this is them playing the wounded warrior because you bested them 10 times, 10 times, 10 times 10. You are not affected anymore, and they don't understand. What did you say? Thank you, Holy Spirit. This is the High Priestess in my deck. This is the karmic sidekick. This woman doesn't have to do candle magic. Some people are natural dark witches. They're just that dark that they can speak things, and she's really whatever she's. I don't see the devil card out here yet, but I can feel it. She's tired of these games that he's playing. Whatever entity that is this darkness that she prays to, do you hear me? And oh, by the way, this one says, to Kim, my best bud in the whole world, sign love. God rest you. God rest you, my darling. Lara Parker. She played the original Angelique. So see, we got a twofer here. With my ace. My first card. Lisette Anthony played Angelique in the Nighttime series, and Lara Parker played Angelique. They autographed my cards. That thing is about to turn on her. And Lumpy here does not see this a coming. She's doing this by design, that if she can't have him, again, there's no gender. You switch this around. Got it? There is no gender. And here you are. This is the Hermit. This is you going inward, the light that you pull from the inside, because you have your spirit team, and oh my goodness, you've got light beaming down through your crown chakra that shakes. I know, from your crown chakra they're pouring all of this energy in that stops at your little tailbone, at your little root chakra. They're pouring it into you, pouring insight into you, pouring esoteric and spiritual knowledge that's balanced, pure. Anything that's negative that tries to ride the coattails of what you're doing, because that's what she's doing. She's just doing spell after spell after spell after spell after spell. And I told you, she doesn't have to burn candles and incense and have a little dish of water and a little dish with salt and burning the incense to honor air. she goes directly to this entity. But it's waiting. It's waiting because she's not able to deliver, and she's willing to sacrifice your narcissist to it. But that's not how this works. She knows that, but she's going to try. He has free will. He does not have to be with her, and for her to keep, she's doing layer after layer of love spell on him. It's not working because that entity won't let the love spells work. So it's feeding off of the karmic woman, the distorted woman. Her own entity is feeding off of her. It's going to take her. So you better be prepared, because he's going to say and build her. He's already built her up to, this is what he described to you. She's beautiful. She's an earth angel. You're not, collective. You're evil. You're the devil's handmaiden, collective. But look, this is who I went with instead of you. She's marvelous. She's wonderful. She's magical. You're chopped liver, collective. Got it? Your ship's coming in because your spirit team is making it so they can't delay or stop or steal. They really think that they can take your blessings. They don't even have a seat at your table. And I told you in yesterday's reading, they're not going to sit at your table. Some of these people, 3 of them at least, him and her and someone else. I'm telling you, your person's mother is also a dark person that just sows chaos in her wake for thrills. Everything that is supposed to come to you is coming to you. All the things, persons, places, things for the whole time that you were with him, miss, or sir. I could be talking about your Jezebel, sir. What they did, your love, your energy, your time, your compassion, your money, your resources, everything that these 2 hooligans took from you is going to be restored. This is what your spirit team was telling you this morning. Ooh, gravity works. Here's their tower moment. If it was upside down, she would have escaped from this thing that she's pledged allegiance to with her own soul for the love of Mike. And your person, they're going to get it. It's not upside down where they tear out. It's obvious that each of them needs to tear each other out of each other's life. It's obvious. They won't. They're stubborn and toxic. What a deadly. This is a tower moment for them. Show me. Blame twisting. Stonewalling. See that sword? Going to take that sword out for you and do right for you? Oh, I can't do that. I'll become vulnerable. Put that sword right back in. They can't be vulnerable. Oh, they think they're weak. They are weak. You don't have to think they're weak. They are weak. Clarify. This is you moving on, going further, moving on. If they want to have 8 little hissy fits, that's just going to level you up 8 more times to get you where you need to go. While they are having, their souls are learning some pretty harsh lessons. You don't. This one deliberately kept love from you to be cruel. Now that's coming back to them through this karmic. Not you. Oh, they want you to come at them, but you won't. You know your worth. Oh, I love this one. Kim, best wishes. Great. Tara. Tara. So sweet card. Joseph Gordon Levitt. Yeah, at that Dark Shadows Festival with his mother standing right there. Was showing him the cards. He was very interested in the art. And I channeled a message to him. At the time, he'd made a movie about a little boy that had divorced his parents and won. It was a true story. He was in A River Runs Through It with Brad Pitt and Anthony Hopkins, and he did all these dramatic roles. And I was channeling for him, and I said, and his mom was standing there. Now you know, oh, you have comic timing. And at your age, he was only, how old was he when he did Dark Shadows? 10? 11? He was a child. Oh, you have comedic timing down. You can tell a joke, and you can make people laugh and fill them with mirth. And so I finished doing the reading for him, and as he's walking away with his mom, he goes, "Mom, did you hear what she said? She said I could do comedy." That was his passion. He's really good at doing drama when he started his career. She said they came and lived in the apartments that parents come with your child to Hollywood because you're trying to be discovered and to get work. And so she was there with him and told me how he got the job as David Collins on TV. It was a TV series. Fool card. Your soul team's putting you well on your journey. Look at you sitting at the top of that. It's a Wheel of Fortune. They're at the bottom. It's going to be excruciatingly shame and guilt-filled karma for what they did to you, and you did nothing wrong. And they wouldn't stop, and they were told to stop. This is them. They're stuck. They're stuck. And they're stuck with that entity. Yeah. Here these two thought that they were both going to be, both of them, living rent-free in your head, tearing you asunder at every minute, 24/7, that they were just going to be in your head, they wouldn't have to do anything. It was going to be automatic. She set that up with this thing. But you know yourself, it got burned. Every time it tried, that thing got burned. Because you are pure. You are chaste in your heart. Some of you are celibate because that boosts your level of spirituality. You're not leaking energy. You're celibate. That's your choice. As if it makes you happy, you do it. And look at this is the Eight of Pentacles. It's that blue bird of happiness on you. And see the wedding ring? We've already had some. We got the Emperor and the Empress, a sacred union. We've got the Four of Wands was out here. That's a wedding reception. We have the couple doing the fair exchange of energy. Right? So that Eight of Pentacles is you are coming full circle because you kept your heart chakra open. Good on you, collective. And that's how you're getting your justice. So you get justice, and your narcissist and his concubine, well, SOL-ish, out of luck. Final word here. This is the Hierophant. See the two keys over his heart? The two keys? You were fine with the one key to a certain point, then you leveled up. These two clowns keep handing you their power. Now you have two keys over your heart. The second key is opening up your whole world. The second key is your most authentic self, your higher self. Coming into play for the rest of your life. It is in charge. Your higher self is in charge. From now on, it's always been there, but not to this degree. Oh, doesn't it feel wonderful? And here's your yield. This is the 7. You planted your seeds. You took care of, you nourished the earth before you planted the seeds. You didn't plant them in depleted earth. And this is your outcome for embracing who you truly are and liking it a lot. Loving yourself on all levels. Unconditional, non-judgmental love that you've shown to other people your whole life, if they returned it or not. That's why you keeping your heart open. You don't expect to get anything in return. And it's okay, that's fine. But when you do get something in return, 10 of Pentacles, you breaking generational curses, collective. Some of those of your spirit team, which one is it? I'm sorry. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. That's your narcissist. Nor standeth in the way of sinners. That's his karmic. Nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. That is that dark entity, devilish energy, that karmic distorted woman. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Now what does that mean? You're blessed because you know your most authentic self. You are blessed. That is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. You're not buying their bollocks anymore. You're fed up. You're not doing it anymore. You can see it for what it is. Nor standeth in the way of sinners. That man does not standeth in the way of sinners. Let them come at you with all their might and main. They'll bring their chi to you and hand their power, their toxic power over to you, and you alchemize it, you change it. And you use that energy to level up and keep pushing forward. And they can't figure out, well, we're just going to quadruple down. You're like, bring it. Do it. Make my day. Now then, let me get over here. At least I can walk through the room. You guys have no idea what I was going through. Well, for me, I think that's pretty good. Again, they just told me to do it. Do not force anything that I told you that doesn't resonate into your world. When you come here, collective, my beautiful soul tribe, I love you so much. We come in here, we manifest in a multi-dimensional level every time you come here. Get your friends to come in here. You are a close-knit light worker working with your angels and ancestors every day, and you enjoy it. So, this was a channeled message. This was a prayer for your highest good, and I appreciate you being here with me. And I love you so much. All 3 of you, I think we're going to get 4. But I'm going to savor the 3 of you. I have been called to share this message with the entire collective, including your butt nuts. I am not pulling any extra cards. I didn't. I had the Rider Waite on, but I just went ahead and clarified with the same deck, okay? That's what I did. I hope that there's no triggering when I'm talking about narcissists, being crafty narcissists. And we must balance out that toxicity. So I thank you. I thank you for being here with me. That's to God's glory. I thank you for sharing this space with me this morning. I love and I appreciate you so very much. And I can't wait until we do this all over again for your next reading. So, I want you to go out there and have a really great day. My name is Kim. My channel is 5 Mirror Mirror Tarot and 3-0. I want you to have, well, I want you to behave yourself, and if you can't behave yourself, I want you to at least try to be good. Namaste.